Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. I hope you'll check us out. We're like the funky, weird, like financial advisor, but we don't play any games. There's no gimmicks or anything. And we do these videos each day to basically teach you something new. So what I want to actually talk about today is this wash sale rule, because I see this one getting mixed up around the old interwebs there. And really important that you get this one right. So a wash sale rule is basically where you buy a stock, it falls, you decide to sell it, and then you get excited within 30 days and you say, ooh, I want to buy it back. Well, you had a loss on paper. Let's actually go through it. So let's do it this way. You bought a stock at $45 and some time passed and it traded down to 40 and you said, ooh, I don't really like that. I'm going to sell it and walk away. So you have a loss of $5 per share on paper. That part everybody gets right? That's a loss. If you had 100 shares, you would have a $500 capital loss that you could write off against your gains or just take a loss, right? Now let's say that, that's okay. So let's say that now the stock falls a little bit, starts bouncing back up, and it comes back to 40 5 days later, and you say, oh, I'd like to buy that back, right? Well, that's known as a wash sale. Basically, that means that this $5 no longer gets to be counted as a capital loss on your taxes. So that's unfortunate, but you bought the stock back within 30 days and they say, look, no longer a loss because you might make your money back. That doesn't mean that you've given up the loss. This is where everybody makes the mistake. They say, wash, it's gone. Don't stop there. The IRS actually lets you say, okay, fine, you don't get the wash sale, but you bought back at $40. We're going to let you count your cost basis at 45, meaning, sure, you can't take the loss, but you can move it over into the cost of your position. So your real cost basis is whatever you bought back at plus the loss that you had. Everybody gives up on that. I was like, I don't see people like online, they're all like, wash sale, you can't buy back within 30 days. Well, go for it. Yeah, you can buy back if you want. You just put the costs or the loss back on your new cost basis. So a wash sale is not the end of the world, but if you're going to buy back into a stock, just know that you do get relief there. It's just not on your tax return, unless theoretically you took another loss and kept it going forward or whatever. But the rule for wash sales is that if you buy back a stock or something substantially identical, that's the key words, that's the IRS's words, not mine, substantially identical, then you won't get that wash sale, right? But it doesn't mean that you're nixed, like you don't get anything. You just get to add it back to your cost basis. So examples of this would be if you were to buy Apple and Apple fell and you took a loss, right? And within 30 days you bought a call contract. You used options. Or maybe you bought back into Apple, within the 30 days or something. It could be that you had one ETF that was focused on the small cap 600 and you sold it for a loss and you bought another ETF that was a small cap 600 index ETF, let's say. That's substantially identical. That doesn't count. It could be that you bought an ETF that focuses on the NASDAQ 100, sold it for a loss, then bought call options on the index, NASDAQ 100 index, right? Substantially identical. So there's a little bit there. The good news is a lot of this is automated. If you have one of like the top 3 major platforms out there, it's automated. They figure it out for you and it just happens just like I drew it out. It happens on paper. Nonetheless, wash sales are what they are, but they're not washed forever. Add them to your cost basis, man. Pay attention to that stuff. That could be extra money because we hope you make a profit when it goes up to 45. All right, you enjoy the rest of your day. I've got guests here and we'll talk to you soon.
Why should you choose Jazz Wealth as your retirement or long-term investing service? Our portfolios are managed by us, not some faceless mutual fund manager. Our private classes will teach you everything about investing and getting your dough straight. Best of all, our fiduciary standard means your best interest comes before ours.